is the demo for the student features we have in Mira, and let's get right in. So this is the student dashboard and we have three features for now. So the AI doubt solver is basically where a student comes in having some issue or a doubt in a particular chapter or subtopic, and once the student has chosen that, he can ask for different types of resolution, either explanation, definition, or any of these sorts of answers. So let's take a quick example where there's a student of class 10 and he has a doubt in let's say acid bases and salts, and inside this chapter he has an issue with the concept of pH, and a simple query here could be explain me this topic to me in detail, right? And while the agent takes time to do this, I'll explain why this is important. So a student could ask the same question to any other LLM like ChatGPT or Gemini, but the issue is most of the times the answer is not strictly within the CBSE syllabus or the guidelines, and that is where our agent comes in and gives the answer exactly just from that context. So here is an explanation for pH, starts off with the definition, tells about the different pH scales, and this is exactly what's in the curriculum again. Talks about the scale itself, on how the value changes, how to measure real world. So basically you get an entire comprehensive thing about pH, and yeah, that was the doubt solver. Going on to the next feature, which is practice playground. Now it often happens that students are not confident about how strong their concept is, so they go to other places like say tuitions, where we have another person who manually checks the solution and says, okay, you gone wrong here or you gone wrong here. Now this agent tries to automate the entire process, where we allow the student itself to understand where they're making mistakes. So I'll just run through this real quick. Let's take up a simple example of social studies for class 10, and let's just take the topic of national movement in India. Right. So here you could go ahead and give the ideal answer and then give your answer, the student's answer, and see where you're making mistakes. Now for the convenience aspect, I've actually generated these answers before, where I've asked ChatGPT to give me two paragraphs about the national movement of India from class and CBSE, where one is factually correct and the other one has a few factual mistakes. So I'll just copy the correct solution, copy paste that here, and then also take the wrong solution. And as you can see, there are multiple errors here, like the national movement started in 1942, which is wrong, and yeah, many more issues. Let's see if the agent picks that up. So let's just give this some time. Right. So first thing is it gives you strengths. It sees where you're actually doing something correct, and mentioning features, key figures like Gandhi and Nehru in the national movement is actually a good deal. But then saying where there are mistakes and saying how you can improve on them, that's the other feature that we have. What we also have done is we have enabled OCR so that you can upload your file directly, where you can give the actual ideal answer as an image, and you can give in your answer as an image as well, so that we can see where you're making mistakes. This is very important for mathematical or other types of numericals where you have step-by-step answers. Moving on to the last feature that we have is the AI tutor feature. Here we have multiple features, again sub features. Firstly, starting off, you can just upload a PDF and summarize the entire thing. Let me just do that. So let's say I want to summarize electricity chapter. I put the PDF in, I go on to summarize, and yeah, this again does a very similar job to what the ChatGPT or other LLMs do, but the output is again strictly based out of CBSE and in a wording or in a tone which a class 10 student can understand easily. We have made sure that the language of the output is very simple, which again a class 10th or a class 9th student accordingly can understand. So this is going to be taking some time, and once the answer is ready, we'll be seeing it over here. Right. So here's the final content. And since I give the entire chapter of electricity, we have subdivisions here, starting off with the first subdivision on current and circuit. Then we have potential, Ohm's law, which is the relation between them. Yeah, going on to all of the subtopics. So basically, you can given one chapter, that'll give you all the subtopics for quick revision and then a few questions to solve also. And yeah, that was basically the summarization agent. Similarly, you can also give in some YouTube video or just paste in one paragraph from a text which you didn't understand into this text content, and you'll be getting similar, well defined, comprehensive solutions which will help you understand that topic. Moving on to the next feature, which is test knowledge. So, it usually happens that students are confident with a particular topic, but they just haven't tested themselves in that particular domain. So that's where this comes in, where a student can just give in which topic he wants to have an exam in, like a quick test. So let's say quadratic equations, grade 10, medium, and let's take 5 questions. So this will be generating question paper, and also it will be giving you the answer so that the student can check directly, see where he's going wrong, and then work on those concepts. So this will take some time to generate. Yeah, and here's the thing. We have the questions with the options with the correct answer as well. And yeah, this is a good tool for students to practice their concepts. Moving on to the next feature that we have is the AI tutor chat. So this is made in a very similar fashion or a framework as to other chatbots or LLMs. And simply we can ask a doubt here. So you could say, "Hi Mira, explain to me regarding photosynthesis," for example. It's a very simple question. The agent will again go through the entire CBSE curriculum and give the output in a format which the student can understand. So yeah, here's the answer. We got the equations as well, and then you can ask further follow-up questions as well. So again, I would encourage you to go and try these features on your own. Try each one of them for different topics, different chapters, and see for yourself how this feature works out. So that was the student demo. Thank you.